likely pull 6 deep just like the ice.
Civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for the following counties or areas: St. Louis County, St. Louis, until 8:24 a.m. on May 26, 2005. The St. Louis checkpoint has been breached, and dangerous persons have been harming living persons. It is advised to shelter in place. Please don't exit your homes until the all clear has been given. Civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for the following counties or areas: St. Louis County, St. Louis, until 8:24 a.m. on May 26, 2005. The St. Louis checkpoint has been breached, and dangerous persons have been harming living persons. It is advised to shelter in place. Please don't exit your homes until the all clear has been given.
Boys inside around. I'm fucking from the
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. At 1 p.m. Central Time, the St. Louis checkpoint located east of St. Louis has been breached by an extremely large horde of lifeforms from the eastern United States. The full extent of the damage and casualties is unknown, as communication with the checkpoint has been unsuccessful. These creatures have begun attacking civilians and clashing with law enforcement around the city, which has caused massive structural damage, which has created multiple environmental hazards, making travel difficult. All interstates, bus highways, state routes, and county routes out of the city are facing extreme gridlock, making evacuation impossible. Due to the threat these creatures pose to life and property, you are advised to prepare a survival kit which includes the following necessities: food and water to last you 2 weeks, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio. These creatures can be described as having misshapen and duplicated body parts. The best way to exterminate these creatures is by using ranged weaponry such as a firearm or a crossbow. Stay tuned to this station for more updates on this situation.
bitch, man, keep quiet.
This message is issued at the request of St. Louis Emergency Management in conjunction with the Department of Anomalous, Paranormal and Occult Affairs. At 1:10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, anomalous lifeforms from the east of the United States breached the St. Louis checkpoint, which pose a significant threat to your safety. As such, the St. Louis authorities have requested all in St. Louis to shelter in place until an all clear is issued. Lock all the doors and windows in your house. Do not leave. This message is for the County of St. Louis and the City of St. Louis.
Man, Christmas came around and I had
following message is transmitted at the request of the St. Louis Emergency Management Agency and the Department of Anomalous, Paranormal, and Occult Affairs. At 1:10 p.m. Central Standard Time, the St. Louis checkpoint has been officially breached by lifeform entities after the 2004 Blood Moon event. Residents in the St. Louis metro area and the areas surrounding the metro area must shelter in place. Shut all doors and windows. Keep an extra flashlight in case of a power outage would occur. Remain extremely quiet if you want to live. And make sure to have days' worth of food, water, clothing, and other essentials. Have important documents, cash, any identification, and contacts. Have a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio. Remain indoors until the all-clear message is given.
To the red one, Bob.
From the St. Louis Emergency Management Agency. The St. Louis checkpoint, which was established by the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Anomalous, Paranormal, and Occult Affairs, has been breached by anomalous life forms. These life forms are humanoid, ranging from 5 to 7 feet tall, with severely distorted or extra facial features and limbs. These life forms are considered extremely hostile towards humans. As a result, all residents within St. Louis need to shelter in place at this time. Close and lock all windows and doors, and remain away from any openings to the outside. Should any of these life forms enter your home, use any force necessary to defend yourself. Stay tuned to media outlets for further information.
Get to your Toyota dealer for amazing...
That the second part of our doubleheader is coming up next. It's already getting a little contentious between Colorado and Nebraska. Those of you in is the true freshman out of high school and the future of the program. 3rd and 2, quick shot, what a hit! To the end zone in Boulder. Touchdown Huskers. Everyone else filling up.
Alpha to checkpoint command. We got multiple forms of unknown figures breaching on our position. Multiple casualties. We're getting pinned down and need help now. Over.
Point Bravo reporting stay in staircase 2.
There are too many of them.
Point Delta is compromised. Repeat, Point Delta is compromised. I have no idea how, but they're charging me hard. My team can take much more of this. Requesting immediate airstrike on our position.
Checkpoint command to all points. Abandon posts and fall back. UAV has almost an entire army of humanoid figures moving in towards the checkpoint. Abandon posts and fall back now. Command out.
And our player profile as we get a little bit more of a chance to talk about Terrence Kane, junior college transfer, and he is
At approximately 1:10 p.m. Central Standard Time, the St. Louis checkpoint, controlled by the Missouri State National Guard and St. Louis Metropolitan Police, was breached by unknown hostile humanoid entities. These humanoid entities have the following descriptions: heavily distorted facial features with pale gray white skin, coarse clothing, misplays, or doubled eyes, noses, or mouths. These entities, while they have several inabilities, are still extremely dangerous. As such, you are advised to not let anyone in your home, no matter how familiar their voices may sound, no matter how similar their faces are to the ones you know of, and no matter if it's human or not. Specialized teams from the Missouri State National Guard and the U.S. Department of Anomalous, Paranormal, and Occult Affairs are currently en route and will continue to do as soon as possible. Normal programming has now been suspended, and this message will repeat in the next 5 minutes.
Cartier and Wolf Rider got a nigga.
I use my vision to listen to streaming music. When I'm standing in line at the bank.
I use my vision to watch TV clips of what I just did out there.
Freaky. You tell him, Johnny.
I use my vision to send pictures of girls with cool hair to my stylist. Oh, I found these bangs on 4th and Broadway.
That's a good look for you.
Sprint PCS Vision services are easy and amazing things you'll really use. Get unlimited access to Sprint TV, music, pictures, web, video, and more for one low monthly fee. Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
John and Jane Smith are like most couples, but they each are hiding something the other would kill to know.
She's not your wife.
She's the enemy.
Message is transmitted at the request of the St. Louis Police Department, in conjunction with the Missouri National Guard, and the A citywide lockdown order has been issued for all neighborhoods within the St. Louis area effective immediately. Your life is in extreme danger. At 1:10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the eastern St. Louis checkpoints have been breached by hostile entities. The following breached checkpoints include Interstate 55, Interstate 64, U.S. Route 40, the Washington Avenue Edge Bridge, Interstate 70 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Bridge, and the McKinley Street Bridge. These entities are known to show extremely aggressive behavior and will attack and kill anyone in their sight. All residents in the St. Louis area must seek shelter in their location immediately. Please follow the following precautions precautions carefully that will be shown on your screen momentarily. This broadcast will now go silent for your safety.
If we do it to the next guy and then it's all bad. Who said that you could come around inside without a hall pass? I used to tweak, palm foes, a walk inside of wine glass. These niggas burnt out your poppin' dance for a